From Andy Anders Field at Boyd Arnold Stadium in Hampton, Arkansas, welcome to the Dragon Sports Network's coverage of Junction City football. Tonight, the Hampton Bulldogs play host to the #1 ranked Junction City Dragons, who look to extend their winning streak to 19 games in a row tonight and hopefully make it 20 in a row in conference play. As you see, standing here with me tonight, got a little help. Old 64 is back, Jacob Humphrey. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
And of course, you're coming off kind of a disappointing loss last night, but I'm sure you guys will be able to bounce back and correct a few things.
Oh yeah, that's part of it. You know, we great experience last night on national television, but you know, it didn't end up how we wanted it to. But you know, still a lot of season left to be played, and we're gonna keep moving forward.
Yes, sir. Well, let's talk about what I know you love to talk about right now, a little Dragon football.
Sir.
Junction City, of course, in control of the 8AA conference race. It's theirs to win or lose. And the way the schedule looks, and let's get into that first. Junction City definitely controls their own destiny. The games they got remaining in the regular season, according to all the experts and so-called experts, very winnable. As a coach, give us that perspective first. What Coach Carpenter would tell his team. You're playing opponents that, you know, you should name your score.
Yeah.
What does he tell his team to keep them prepared and focused, and at the same time get them ready for the playoffs?
Yeah, in games like that where, like you said, pick your score no disrespect, but pick your score games. It's not a matter of what the other team's doing, what they're lining up in, what they bring to the table. It's a matter of staying within yourself, playing within your formations, playing within what you've been practicing since late July, early August. And for the seniors, what they've been practicing the last 5-6 years of their life. It's just a matter of getting better each week, staying focused. That's the main thing, staying focused. Don't play down to the potential of your opponent. Play to your speed, and they should be fine.
So, and as a player, same thing. You got to know to stay focused, to play within yourself. Don't try to overdo it, and at the same time, don't underdo it.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, it's just a matter of just playing fast. You can't worry about your opponent. You have to just get better, because each rep leads into another big game, which they will have during the playoffs.
Mentioned the winning streaks a while ago in conference and in the regular season. How much is that a factor, you believe, on the players' minds? Do they really concern with that, or is it something you don't even think about?
You know, yeah, during the week practicing, yeah, you think about that. You know, I'm sure you see it in news publications and this. The Dragons have this winning streak, this and that. But you know, when the whistle's blowing, you know, you're playing between the white lines. It really shouldn't even be in your mind, because you just got to take it week after week, and that's all that really matters.
Well, talking about some players that definitely staying focused and playing within themselves, there's a couple guys on this Dragon football team, and as we look at our Gridiron Vault game day info, a couple of them are closing in on school records or in the process thereof. And let's start with a guy that has been all over the field, and that's number 4, Josh Armstrong. We have played 4 games. Junction City's played 4 games, of course, 4-0. Mr. Armstrong has 76 tackles. School record is 142. And it is unreal when you're sitting there sending this out to the state media, and you're like, did we misadd something? You know, I'm calling up Rev, our stat guy. Hey, is this right? You know, this guy is off the charts. How does he keep up close to that performance?
You know, it's just I've never seen anything like it. I've never really heard of anything like it. 76 tackles through 4 games. For instance, I had 96 my senior year, and that was through 14 games, and I was playing the same position he's playing. So, I mean, when you put that in perspective and you look at it, he's just flying to the ball. I mean, you get a chance to watch him play. He just read and react. I mean, it's as basic as that. Read and react, get to the ball, and not only him, but the rest of the defense, they just fly to the ball. They swarm.
I tell you what, you want to sum up his performance. I put it to you like this. Last week, he only had 12 tackles.
Yeah, only.
He only had 12. I mean, if you have 12 tackles in a game, that's going to get you mentioned as one of the star performers in AA. You know, in the Democrat Gazette,
definitely.
You'll have that in there. He only had 12 last week. Another guy. Now, we don't really have the numbers available because we're still trying to sort a few things out. But he hasn't been quite mentioned as much as Josh, and as the one we're fixing to bring up in a little bit, and that's Jarkel Brown. He is closing in on the school career records for receptions, yards, and touchdowns. You coach this young man. Tell us a little bit about him.
Just a heady ball player. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, when he gets between the lines, it just turns on. It's there. He God-given ability. He has it, and product of taking advantage of the system. When Coach Carpenter changed over from the wishbone to the spread offense, he still runs some wishbone, but it's majority spread. It's just taking advantage of the opportunities you're given, and he, with him chasing these records, it's clear that he has done that.
And he is some of the people he's chasing. One of them in particular is named Robert Armstrong. Those of you that go, okay, Robert Armstrong, he has a son named James that's, he's a pretty decent basketball player. So some of the people he's chasing, that's one of them in particular. Okay, number 3. Mr. Dancy tonight needs 39 yards, and he is not even halfway through his junior year. He is not even halfway through it. He's 39 yards away from getting into what Coach Carpenter and I call the dirty dozen, the 12 best rushing performances career-wise in school history. Mr. Grantel Kennedy is in his sights tonight. You coach this young man. Tell us a little bit about him.
He's just a player. He gets out there and he just turns it on. I mean, it's just one of them things where, we say he's 39 yards from, I guess, 12th place.
12th place.
That could be one run.
Yes.
And like you were saying earlier, a 250-yard performance tonight, which is not out of his reach by no means with his explosiveness, could put him into 8th place.
Yes.
So I mean, he just turns it on. He knows when to play when the lights come on. It's time to go.
All right, allow me to brag on you a little bit. You and Coach Brad Smith. Both of y'all told me when these guys were in 7th grade, Coach Smith stopped me one day and says, Jacob told you about the 7th graders. Because y'all were seniors, Byron Allen, I believe. I forgot who else was coaching them. And I said, well, he's mentioned a little bit. I hadn't really got to talk to him. He said, well, you need to come over and watch practice so you can see our next state title team. That's when these guys were in the 7th grade.
Yes.
And when I asked you about it, you used one word over and over and over, and I was worried about your vocabulary at that. All you could talk about was speed, speed, speed. Have you ever seen a Dragon team this fast in your time of watching the last 15 years?
Yeah, I have not. I guess speed would be not to underestimate, but I mean that's just how it is. Nike's using the slogan now, "Speed kills," and that could be this bunch out here's slogan, "Speed kills." I mean, when you can't, doesn't matter how big you are, if they can't catch you, all's in vain. So I mean, we've seen it from day one when they come out as 7th graders. A lot of them had played Pee Wee football, a lot of them had been through the system, and usually, I guess it would be natural for guys to be skittish. But I mean, when we put the ball down and it was offense, defense, it was live. I mean, it pads popping in the 7th
Yes.
grade, so we knew this bunch was going to be something special.
I know. One of the practices I went to after y'all had told me, I could not believe how it was. Right now, PA announcer for Hampton is on. We're going to take about a 2-minute break, folks, and we'll be right back.